Today on Drawbli.
Ben has figured out lines.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are self-taught artists documenting our drawing adventures because drawing is better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out our daily drawing guidebook, link below.
So Ben, what's the scoop on lines? You've been on a journey with lines recently.
I've been on a journey with lines. Yeah, I have really enjoyed drawing and just like sketching faces a lot lately, and I've been doing it for I feel like the past month now, where I've just been doing a lot of not a ton of painting, more just focused on drawing and lines.
You're stepping out of the 3D world and into the 2D world.
Yes, but trying to make things still look 3D even though it's 2D. It's quite difficult to do.
But you're doing a great job.
And I feel like I have just every week, I come back to this, there's just something new I learn, and it's so fun, and I'm really enjoying getting to see my progress in this, because I feel like I'm progressing pretty quick in it in certain areas. Obviously, there's going to be lots of little areas that I need to continue to work on, but it's just super fun to do, and I'm really enjoying it, and I always recommend that you should be drawing or creating artwork of exactly what you want to in the moment, so that is what I've been doing lately.
Yeah, well, I love this. This is already looking so cool. Her face is awesome.
Yeah, and this is just one of many that I do.
Oh.
So there's a bunch of different drawings that I did over the past. I think I did this all in one session, actually. So a lot of them. And you can see me playing around with line weight, which is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I might have gone a little heavy-handed on that one.
No, I didn't
looking
think
at it
so.
there at the
It really
end,
popped.
but
I think it really popped.
yeah, trying to improve in as many different areas as possible.
Yeah.
Something that's so nice for me is whenever I would try to draw faces before, just from experience, me being oh, okay, now I can make this look better in perspective because I've done it so many times.
Yeah,
I've messed it up so many times that now I'm ooh, I can now do this correctly.
I'm paying very close attention here because it's these steps here where I tend to go astray, laying in my eyes and nose, because I don't want to draw a whole skull underneath everything. I want to be able to just put eyes and a nose and a mouth on a figure and have it look just, believable enough to get by. Oh, I like your adjustments you're doing here too.
Yeah, often I struggle with the eye that's further away from the camera.
Me too.
Just because of the offset angle of it. So I find that is a lot more difficult to do. Same thing, anything that's facing away from the camera, opposite side of the nose, opposite side of the mouth, I often really struggle with.
I think this is so cool, though. I love this one. This one looks awesome. I love the hair you chose to add here, too.
Thank you. Yeah, this was my favorite of my bunch here.
Yeah, he looks like a believable character from a believable world.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm creating believable art now. I've done it. Well, thank you.
He looks like somebody you would want to end up drawing from multiple angles to have be
You did mention you wanted to learn how to do a little turntable sheet or
yeah,
a turnaround sheet.
Yeah, I really want to.
Gosh, I will say those are very difficult. Very difficult.
I know, but I don't want to hold myself back from things just because they're hard.
Oh, that's so true. You should do it.
I should do it, and I should learn, and I'll get it down. It'll be fun. Plus, I feel like a lot of what I draw is happy little accidents, and with a turntable, I think you're challenging yourself. Maybe I'm just guessing here at how it will go.
Not have happy accidents.
Yeah, to literally.
This is very true.
Yeah, because I feel like I rely too much on that, that little quick stroke that just looks just right there, but there's no replicating that from a different angle or anything. So I think that's what I want my focus to be, is able to have that consistency.
So you want to work with animators is what you're saying, or 3D artists, because that's who you would be making those for.
That would be so cool.
You want to work with a 3D artist?
I already do. Oh my gosh,
Oh my
you're such a ham.
I was just making sure you remembered.
Remember that I'm big stuff? I'm a big shot.
I never said that.
Yeah, I never said that.
I literally never.
I know you
I've
didn't.
never indicated anything of the sort. When people ask me what I do for a living, I just say I'm a teacher.
It is a lot easier depending on how long you want that conversation to be. Sometimes I like to throw them the old pizzazz and they say, what's your husband do? And I'm like, he's a digital sculptor. And they're
He's
like,
a YouTuber.
it depends on the audience. If the audience skews younger, I'll throw in the YouTuber line. If it skews older, I'll throw in digital sculptor. And then if it skews as I don't really want to have this full conversation right now, I'll say he teaches art.
guitar.
He teaches art on the internet.
He teaches guitar. It's even saying teaches art on the internet is a loaded gun because it's like, what? How? Like, what? How? What? You know, so many questions could potentially come up from that. Whereas I love the people that just have like a thing that they can say where they're like lawyer and everybody's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they move on with their lives.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Sometimes when I say what I do, I get a discount. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, yours is also very, you can just say nurse, and everyone in the world says, I understand.
Yes.
Every single human.
They all say, I could never do what you do. And I'm like, yeah, it can be a little gross. But...
I say that quite often myself.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a hard job.
Yeah, it's not that. It just becomes your regular day-to-day after a while.
That's fair.
I like it. I really like I think any job is so like panicky hard when you first get into it, or many are, and nursing is no exception at all. But once you really get the hang of it and the swing of it, it's very, very stimulating and exciting. So if you're watching this and you're versatile and considering also going into the nursing field, don't. No, that's just a joke. But no, there's a lot
Abby
there.
winked at me when she said that, like she was being serious. Like, no, really, don't do it.
Weigh your pros and cons in life, but no, it's ended up being a very rewarding field for me also. Mm-hmm. Just like these lines in this practice has been rewarding for you, the payoff.
I think drawing is rewarding. I think it's really fun to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so... I talk about this a lot, but it's like always so interesting to see where we are versus where we've been. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited to see like where I will be and where you will be like even a year or two from now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Continuing at this pace, absolutely. I mean, we just did leaps and bounds right off the bat, and now I don't want to say we've slowed down at all in our progress, but...
I feel like I've leveled up a lot lately, personally. Mm-hmm. But I also remember where I was as a digital sculptor at around the 2-year mark. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the 2-year mark is where things really did start to pick up. And I also remember being at the 2-year mark and being like, wow, I've done it. Like I feel like I'm really starting to like be able to create stuff that I could sell or like work on a professional like job with a game or a film company or something. Mm-hmm. And now if I like look back on that stuff, I'm like, oh no, Ben, like maybe you could have, but like you were like maybe indie dev style, not a AAA kind of thing.
AAA, now AAA, not then AAA. Yeah.
Now I have people come to me and ask me to do work for them.
Oh, I have people come up to me too, but it's a little different.
Yes, they come up to you and ask you to do work for them.
Yeah. Like come up to me in the hall.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I do not have people come up to me in the hall because there are no other people where I work.
If somebody came up to you in the hall at our house, it would be so scary. Or it's just me.
Or it would be you, yes.
Can you help me clean the kitchen? No.
No, I cannot. That's women's work. Are you?
You cleaned the whole kitchen like 2 days ago. It was amazing. I came home and I was so excited and happy. I'd been putting it off.
I cleaned one time. I've done it.
No, you've cleaned way more than one time. We have a good split of chores, I feel like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do this right now here?
Yeah.
In front of everybody? No. I believe that this is my last one here. And this was the one I was probably the least proud of.
Isn't that funny how sometimes that happens at the end?
But that's okay. They all can't be winners. And, partially due to the color of lines I was using. I got to use more warm lines. The warm lines are better.
They bleed life into a work.
Right.
Yes.
Totally.
The cold sterility of blue. Mm-hmm. It doesn't communicate life.
Right,
It communicates immortality.
You have such a way with words.
Actually, that's a line from the book I'm reading. Blue.
Plagiarism.
Represents immortality.
Oh.
Yeah, it's such a good book.
Such a good book.
Yeah.
The
Jonathan
Strange and
Mr. Norrell. Yeah. By Susanna Clark. It's so British.
This episode of Drawbli sponsored by.
Basically. I like this one. I like your line weight here, how like all the outlines really pop, and then you're bringing the focus to the things that matter.
Yes.
These sketches are clean. They're sharp.
So clean, so sharp.
Yeah.
And if
great
you want to
work.
be clean and sharp, click that like and subscribe button and check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day,
Sure.
at the link below in the description.
Share your work on Instagram with the hashtag Drawbli because drawing is better with friends.
And this is the part where we say...
Goodbye.
Goomba.
I'm so eager to talk
So
and
eager.
share my
Goodness.
lines.
You just gotta say my part.
Me, my time.
I mean,
Hello.
I interrupted you in our last recording.
Oh, yeah, that's where that was revenge.
Revenge.
Yeah.